Howdy! Welcome to the third annual Columbia Food and Wine Festival. I'm Mike Wine Guy, a local wine lover and also somebody who has a little podcast called Ride Between the Wines. Check me out. Obviously this year's festival is going to be a little bit different. We're not able to quite come and talk about the wines quite the same way, but I wanted to give you a little heads up about at least one of the wines you're going to be drinking tonight. So I attached this little video. Please check it out. Otherwise, have an amazing time tonight, and if there's anything that you love, please fill it out on that sheet. Be sure to give the sheet to a server so that you can grab your wines from the gourmet shop next week. Here goes. So you guys are drinking the Simi Chardonnay. This is a wine and a winery I'm always happy to drink, and also always happy to talk about. Simi, iconic producer out of Sonoma, one of the first wineries that I ever visited when I was starting my career in the world of wine. You're having the Chardonnay. It's 100% Chardonnay. One of the things I really like about this particular Chardonnay is that it balances the creamy mouthfeel, the little bit of coating, and the sort of the tropical fruit flavors. You're getting a little bit of lemon. You're also getting a little bit of peach in it, which is delightful. But it's also very crisp, and you get some of the notes, the mineral notes that we like to talk about sometimes. So I hope you're enjoying it. And earlier this year, when I was still able to have people in the car, I had Kem Martz from Constellation Wines in the car with me. We talked a lot about Simi because we were doing an episode all about the women who have influenced and work within the Constellation Wine portfolio. And Simi is not only started by Isabella Simi, long time ago, but the current winemaker, and I think every winemaker that they've ever had has been a woman. The current winemaker is Melissa Stackhouse out there in Sonoma. So check that out and enjoy. All right,
Back.
we are back, probably for the final one. It's getting late.
Yeah.
Simi.
Okay. So, moving on to Simi. Simi has this is a long history of female winemakers. Very quick. Simi is the oldest winery in Sonoma County because in the late 1800s it was owned by two brothers originally that started it. However, they both died within 1 week of each other from the flu, and so one of the brothers' children, Isabella, she took over, and this is like I think it's 1898. But so she, at 18 years old, when she should have been barefoot and pregnant, according to that time.
Nice.
That's all we did, apparently, as women. She taught herself how to make wine, and she took over the winery, and she kept it until 1976 she officially sold it, but she stayed and she came to the winery every single day until the 80s when she ended up passing away. So never married, but she just loved that winery so much. But she made it through Prohibition. She sold to all the churches. She was credited with making the first tasting room because she took a wine barrel. It was on the same path people were taking to go to San Francisco. And so she had all this leftover juice after Prohibition was over. So she took a big wine barrel and basically turned it on its side and cut a little door and kind of made it a tasting room. And so people would drop by, so she would flag them down. They would come inside. She would give them a taste of her wines, and then they would take cases of wine back to San Francisco with them. So it's really neat.
Genius.
I know, she's so smart. So long history. It was Isabella for the longest time, and then I'm sure they had some people in between. Susan Luker did it for quite a while. She was actually the winemaker when we had the big 150th anniversary party I talked about, but she's moved on since then. I think she retired, but I'm not quite sure what she's doing now. But she ran that winery for about 20 years, and now we have a wonderful woman named Melissa Stackhouse that's there. She was also from UC Davis, but she's been in the wine industry for quite a while. She's from Sonoma, and she's perfect for that winery because she's only ever really worked for Sonoma wineries, so she
Awesome.
really understands exactly like the terroir, and she really understands everything that the weather has to do with it, what I mean, everything coming from the Sonoma coast, and basically how those vineyards grow, and she really works with the wines very well.
Cheers!